Hey guys, and today's video is going to be everything that I watched in the month of December. I watched a lot of great movies and shows and stuff. There was a couple not so great ones that I almost didn't even finish, but I'm just gonna jump in because I'm still not feeling the best and it's taken a lot of effort, and I've refilmed this 3 times now. So. Okay, so these are not in order of how I watched them, just in order of, what I thought. So the first one, and the lowest one I think I've rated ever so far on my channel, was A Teacher. It is a Hulu original. I think it was 6 or 8 episodes. It has that one guy from Love, Simon in it, and he still bothers me, but it's whatever. But yeah, I gave it a 1. If you can't tell, a student who falls in love with a teacher and they end up doing it and getting in a relationship, and the teacher is like not the brightest, obviously, but like even in that situation she was an idiot. So I would have given it a 2 just because it was set in 2014 and that's when I graduated, but the music was fantastic. I'll give them that. The music choices were amazing. But other than that, there was nothing good about that show. I don't recommend it. The next thing that I watched was Riptide with Debbie Ryan. It is about this girl who's a model and she wants to be a fashion designer, and her mom's like, no, you're gonna be a model, forget college, blah blah blah. You can tell that I didn't like it. But she ends up running ish away. And she goes to Australia to hang out with her aunt, and it reminded me of one of those cheesy movies that you'd watch at like youth group or church while they're having a meeting downstairs or something. And maybe if I was like 13 or younger, I would have enjoyed it more. But being an adult, it just wasn't great. So I gave it a 2. It is on Netflix, so if you want to go watch it, go right ahead. I'm not going to stop you. I just don't recommend you watch it. The next thing on my list was The Spanish Princess. It was on Amazon, and they tricked me because I thought it was both of the seasons. It ended up only being the first season, and I'm not going to pay per episode to watch the next one, and I'm not going to buy the next one because I didn't even enjoy the first one as much as I wanted to. It is about Catherine of Aragon, I believe. I don't know. I'm getting over a week-long migraine, so I'm not all here. But so if I get the facts wrong just a little bit, don't hate me too much. I gave it a 3. It was fun, and then it got boring, and then it got fun, and then I got over it. So, but it's not free anymore. So if you want to watch it, you have to pay for it. It might be on HBO Max. I don't have that. So 90 Day Fiancé season 6. It just didn't have as much drama as I wanted. It was good. It was really good. Me and Dakota watched it, but it wasn't as drama filled as the other ones. At the end, they didn't yell at each other as much as I wanted them to. So, yeah, I highly recommend 90 Day Fiancé. It's on Hulu. I don't think all of them are on there, but it's one of my favorite shows to watch when I don't want to pay attention that well. And my husband got into it, so drag your significant others into it. It's really funny to watch. Well, I don't know if yours would do this, but Dakota gets really into it, so he gets mad at them. It's just really funny to watch both him and the show. And then the next one that I rated a 4 was For Love or Money, and it had Michael J. Fox in it. Great actor. I don't remember anybody else who was in it. It just felt rushed. It wasn't my favorite. It's a typical 80s, late 80s, early 90s movie, but it's about this guy. He wants to own a hotel, and there's this girl that he really likes that he goes and hits on, but it turns out she's dating the guy he's gonna get a loan from, and he's married. There was just a lot of elements in it that I think didn't necessarily had to be there, and it could have been better. The next one that I rated a number 4 was Babes in Toyland. I didn't know that nobody else had seen this movie. I went my whole life thinking, oh yeah, everybody watched this movie. Nobody's seen it. Nobody's seen it in my life. My mom has, but that's because I kept it on 24/7. It turns out it was a TV movie musical that they pushed out, but they cut all the music out except for one song, and so it's a little off. But I would love to see the original one. Two songs. It's got Drew Barrymore in it, and I missed one. Okay, so this one I rated a number 2. It's called Desperados. It was on Netflix. It's about this girl. She falls in love with this guy, and her best friend send him a mean email when he ghosts her. Turns out he had gotten in an accident. I was like, oh, this is gonna be so funny. It's gonna be really funny. It was gross. There were some parts that made me chuckle, but most of it was like nasty jokes that aren't really jokes anymore, and I'm surprised it even got through. So I gave it a 2. And then the other one that I wrote down for 4 stars is If Anything Happens, I Love You. And people all over TikTok were like, this is the saddest, I think it was 10 minutes of my life, blah, blah, blah. It's really good. Everyone should watch it, but like, it wasn't necessarily the saddest thing I've watched. It was okay. I'm not going to spoil it because it's only 10 minutes, so. And the next one are, I guess, my top shows that I watched. The first one I finished. I had watched the first season when it first came out, and then I just never got around to finishing it. And it was 13 Reasons Why, and I'm not going to explain it because everyone's probably heard all the things that everybody talks about it. Because nobody really likes it. And those who do kind of keep their mouth shut because everybody's like, it's toxic or whatever. And I don't know, I think it's a really good show. The first season definitely showed my typical experience in high school, I think. Not all of the examples, but I know people who went through the exact same situations as that. And then it got a little crazy in the next few seasons. But you know, it's a show. I imagine they have to keep people reeled in. But it was really good. I really liked it. Clay, I really liked him a little bit, so I felt really bad. And then the last season was so sad. And I don't like the British girl that they got in there. I could have done without her. But overall, 5 out of 5. Really good. Go into it with an open mind. And if you have, like, issues with some of the things, you can skip around. You can go online, I think, and find out which 2 episodes you should basically just skip 10 minutes of. And I didn't skip either of those 10 minutes. First one, it didn't bother me so much, and then the second 10 minutes, a little bit. Because those situations really do happen. Not in the same exact way, but. The next thing that I watched was actually a concert. an online concert. It was like, Can't Wait Till I'm Out of K through 12, Melanie Martinez. It was really good. It wasn't live. I initially thought it was, but it was, I think it was $10 when I went. And I got, and it was just, she picked out a set list and did dances and stories to the songs and stuff. It's really good. I don't know if there's any videos on YouTube or not, but I really enjoyed it. I watched it alone on my couch because my God had to work the next morning. But the next thing I watched was Queen's Gambit, and I went into it a little skeptical because everybody's like, oh my gosh, this is the greatest show. And it was really, really good. I gave it 5 out of 5. It's about this girl, she was an orphan, and then she gets adopted, and she before she was adopted, the janitor taught her how to play chess, and it goes really deep into that, and it's really, really good, and I recommended it to a friend. Her roommates had watched it, so she had seen parts. I had recommended it to Amanda, and she had already been watching it, and she's like, we need to start playing chess, and I said, okay, I'm down. I haven't played in forever, but let's do it. And then I recommended it to my mom, and I think she watched it all in one day. 1 or 2 days. So, go watch it. My mom's very picky about her shows, so. The next one that I watched was Skins, the UK version, season 1. And I had watched season 1 before. It was really good the first time. It was really good the second time. Started watching the second season. Haven't enjoyed it as much. But I gave the first season 5 out of 5. I can't really explain it. It's about these high school kids and they get into high school situations. I think the situations they get into are a lot more crazier, but like they feel more real than the situations that the 13 Reasons Why cast got into, but nobody made a stink over Skins, so. And then I think I'm gonna save my favorite for last. But my second to last favorite, and Skins was on Hulu, by the way. I probably forgot to mention most of these, but second to first favorite is Bridgerton. Amazing. I'm going to start reading the books as soon as I can order them. Amazing. 5 out of 5. It's on Netflix. It's a Netflix original. It's about this family, a few families, and it's set, I don't remember right now, but they promenade around the park. There's love, there's sex, there's violence, there's adventure, there's mystery. Oh my gosh. Even if you don't like period pieces, watch it. It is amazing. Okay. Now for my favorite. Like, and I've had to keep myself from rewatching it as soon as I finished it. I forced Amanda to watch it, and I forced my mom to watch it, and they both fell in love with it. So it's so good. Okay, so it's an Amazon original, and I kept seeing commercials after commercial after commercial about it. I was like, these commercials look so bad. And then I got stuck in the room because my God, I was playing games with Dylan, and I was like, I guess I'll watch it. It was amazing, and it was called The Wilds. Now, if you love Lost, if you love Lord of the Flies, if you love The Maze Runner, it's basically all that mashed in one. Amazing mysteries. Most of my questions got answered, and then most of my, like, what I thought I knew exploded. It's about, I can't remember how many girls, I think 6 or 5 girls are their plane crashes on an island, but almost spoiled it for you guys. I'm not going to do that. But there's a lot more into it. Turns out somebody may be behind them being stuck on an island. And yeah, it's the best. And I am trying to not rewatch it. But I probably will give in. I'll probably rewatch it next month. Or if I keep being sick, then I'm just going to curl up in bed and rewatch them all. It's so good. If you only had to watch 5 off the list, I'd definitely watch Bridgerton, The Wilds, Babes in Toyland, Queen's Gambit, and 13 Reasons Why. Those are definitely the ones that you should go watch. Amazing. I have been keeping up on my reading. I keep grabbing Midnight Sun over there. But I'm going to finish up here, and I'm going to go read and maybe take a nap. So, have a great day, night, whenever you're watching this. Like and subscribe if you're into this crazy atmosphere of my videos. Always being all over the place. And I hope to have a book review coming up soon for you guys. So, see you guys in the next video. Bye.